Hello, church. Gabriel's up to no good again, and I gotta call it to the police department here in a few minutes. She's cutting my scarf here. I'm not sure why she's doing that. Here's another cut. Uh, this is one. You can see it's supposed to come together this way, like this. So this is it, but it's cut open, and then here cut again a second time. The end of it is cut. Then over here, you can see the cut here. And she's damaged some other stuff. My toolbox has the screw. She's broken the screw. And one other thing. Stool hardener in here. So those three things, including sexual assault and physical assault. So it's the never-ending story with this Haitian woman. I don't know when to put an end to it. So I got to call it in because she came out twice. So I got to give it to the desk. Anyway. Anyway.
Please enter your password, then press pound.
Oh no.
Please enter your password, then press
I
pound.
ended up calling myself first. Calling my cell phone. I'm always calling the cell phone, so I forget. Yes, hi, this is Kevin Duclairon, and I suspect that's Hector, right? Yeah, Hector, this is Kevin at the Rosewood. I should have called earlier this morning. Maybe that would have stopped Gabriel from coming in here a second time. She came into the apartment and spiked the milk with a stool hardener. I'm not sure if it's her or Harcel, which is in the back, the guy in the unit 117 who was banging about an hour ago, about 9 o'clock or so. He started banging the window. I'm not sure if it was my window or his window because I was in the restroom at the time. I think it was his window. She came in here sometime during the week and she cut. Uh, I have a black scarf that was hanging, and she cut it in three different places. And I'm not exactly sure why she keeps coming in here, but it seems like her and MacArthur are both on the property. They're still here. They're not going to leave. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to take because he's in the background hissing, and with him is Jonathan Zabo, and with her is probably either Guy Franklin or Esther Calix. Is there anything that the police department could do against these people to remove them off of this property? Because I'm going to lose this property again, like I did with Gretchen Kafori Commons. What are they going to do? I mean, you're downtown. You're the desk. All of the supervisor is right behind you. Isn't there something that the police department could do to remove these people from this property and for them to stop following me from place to place? This is stalking, trespassing, stalking. physical assault. It's a violation of all these Oregon revised standard laws. You know, well, all no, but what about all the reports that I've made before? And and absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing has been done for the last 12 years that I have called this Haitian woman in and also this American pastor in. No, they're both hermaphrodites. You do understand what I'm saying? They're one is one's in the church and the other one is in the LGBTQ community, playing Queen of Wales, which I'm not doing with any of them. And so they will not stop coming out. The dead one, yes, that's who she was playing years ago. Now she's here, and they're a gay community. They follow me everywhere. They will not stop following me and offending me. They will not stop sticking needles in my flesh. Okay, every time I go to sleep, they're bashing me in the back of the head. They're molesting my genital, and they're sticking needles in my arms, to the point where they're hitting the bone, and so they won't stop. It's the sexual assault, and like I was saying, it's while they're violating the incapacitated law, the ORS 163.315, physical assault, ORS 163.160, rape, sexual assault, ORS 163.375, and criminal trespassing, ORS 164.255. These people are drugging me to erection so that she could use me. They wait till I go to sleep, black out because of the narcolepsy, and then they come out. I mean, there's got to be something somebody could do on your end. But the officers that I've come into contact with have done nothing with the case. There's no investigation. I mean, the people, Central City Concern is no different than Cascade Management, and Cascade Management is no different than Reach Development. I mean, all of these housing um, communities that are renting to people through their buildings are being dealt with by somebody, either somebody in the government or somebody in the clan or somebody in the it, a higher upper that has authority to come into the units that they're renting me and do what they're doing. This isn't right. I mean, it's like, is it the police department that's doing this? They won't give it to me. I've tried in years past. I went to OHSU non-emergency. They got there before I did. When I went to Good Samaritan, they got there before I did. And when I went to Providence, they got there before I did. And all three hospitals took MacArthur's position and the Queen's position. And the Queen, aka Gabriel Franklin. And so, it's the government, the presidency that's doing this. I mean, it's not fair and it's not right. I mean, I can't get a decent night's rest in this place. Anywhere that I'm renting, these people are they keep removing me off of the property. This is something that Gabriel Franklin started doing when I was 5 years old. She started removing me out of her house at 5. We were neighbors in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. And when she started that, I had no idea that she was going to do it in the United States, in Europe, and pretty much all over the country. Removing me and putting me out, removing me and putting me out. She's done it every single time. She has, and she gets to the workers of these housing communities, and the workers, they follow her like she's the queen herself. And it's like she can do no wrong. This woman she will not stop touching my cock. She will not stop leaving me erected. She will not stop touching my flesh. She will not stop putting. She's acting like she owns me, like I'm her slave. She's like an elderly old woman. She's back in the early 1920s. Okay, that's how old this woman is. And so she what? Yeah, exactly. In other words, both her and MacArthur felt slavery, even though it was like 45-year gap. between 1865 to the time when they were born, but it was whatever was passed on to them is what they're trying to pass on to me, and I don't want it. And everything that they've done thus far is to pass it on, and it's nothing but evil. So I don't want anything to do with MacArthur on that level. And he removed me off of his property. Why is he still here with Jonathan Zabel and whoever else is with him? My relationship with her ended in '83. This is the same conversation that I have with every single police officer that's at the desk, and also every police officer that takes a report. And the reports don't become nothing. Daniel Day, I think his name is, the chief of police. He's in line with everything that I've just said to you, and but he's on the enemy side. He's not on this side trying to help me get rid of these people. These people will not stop pursuing me. I'm not exactly sure how this is supposed to glorify God, or how this is supposed to help the state, or help me here in housing. I'm in Central City Concern. My understanding of Central City Concern is we're going to help you get housing, we're going to help you with the health, and we're going to help you with employment. How am I going to go to an employer and put in an application if I'm sick to my stomach and I can't go? You understand what I'm saying? This positive position doesn't help me any. I mean, the narcolepsy. If I have food in my stomach, I black out in everywhere. I can't do that if I'm not able to go, and they're controlling my food intake, and they're controlling my sleeping. I can't sleep at night. Every time I go to sleep, I'm hit. Every time I eat, I can't go. Um, that's not going to prepare me for a full-time job. I'm not going to be able to get to work on time if I'm blacking out, and I'm not going to be able to do a good shift if I can't control my bowels. And they're controlling it at this point. So when I call the police department, and I'm talking to you guys, it's because it is affecting me in a negative way. Earlier today, I was at the top of my lungs against the worker that's here. Her name is Dolly, I think her name is. I went outside when I noticed what happened to my scarf. I went to talk to her. She booked out of the office and went upstairs to help somebody else. I didn't even bother opening the door to talk to her again. But she's right in line with Falini Patu and also Malik Moore, who stands with Gabriel. I don't understand, how is it that these people are standing with this woman and I'm the tenant? I don't understand it. This is no different than Michael Bunn and Corolla, who worked for Gretchen Kafour Commons, and no different than Catherine Magdalena and I don't remember what the girl's name was, who was representing Sandra at the time. So I mean, I'm dealing with these Haitians, but this is ridiculous. This is a repeat. I mean, I'm still not released by New York State, and I'm not released by Los Angeles, so I can get on with my life. These people are holding me back. Hector, for God's sakes, I mean, give me some hope here. I mean, I don't want to be, I feel like McNally. This is like some sort of suicidal thing. Are they expecting me to take my life? I don't understand this. These people will not go. Yes, yes, yes. Immigration. Yes, yes, yes. I have. Yes, and I've even tried to get lawyers. Yes, yes. I've gone across the street to the seventh floor, the Bill Clinton building on the seventh floor, where you can file court papers. Yes, and I paid them $400, and they did not give me a lawyer after I have tried. I tried a while back, and upstairs, directly upstairs from you, I tried getting a restraining order from her back in 2017, and the judge threw out the case. Yeah, that's fine.
services have kind of given me the same answer. Um, this is pretty beyond my knowledge base.
What's the confession, Hector?
Confession.
What exactly is going on here with this government that this is what they're pouring out on me? I sort of feel like the government has something to say to me, but they just won't be straightforward and say it. Is there slavery still going on in this country?
Oh, I mean, not as far as I'm aware, and I hope not.
So then why are they
Um,
treating me this way?
honestly, man, I have no idea. I could begin to tell you. You're talking to the lowest on the totem pole here about what the machinations are. The highest on the totem pole might be. Um,
I don't
yeah,
understand
man.
any of this. I can't move forward. I mean, I'm here. I have the apartment 6 months, and all the doors are closed. I mean, it's like they've been trying to show me the door to leave since the day I walked in. The staff and residents. I don't understand this. This is supposed to be a program that helps me to recover. They're not trying to recover. They're trying to kill me. I don't understand these people. This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. I mean, it's like I'm trying to live my life just like the next American, and they're treating me like
Yeah.
I'm the runaway slave. I'm not the runaway slave. I didn't run from the woman. I was living in a group home because of the abuse. They were hitting me so fine. The government removed me, but now here it is. I'm in the West Coast, and she comes and she's playing hide and go seek, and she's on an intercom. As I'm talking to you, she can hear me. MacArthur can hear me. All of the people that I'm making mention of are on an intercom with the American government. If it's not the American government, then who is it? I mean, it's the same people that was on Gretchen Kafori Commons, the intercom at Gretchen Kafori Commons, and the intercom in the Bush Hotel in Seattle, Washington. Every place that I have gone, it's the same group. It's the same Haitians and the same American Klansmen from Southern California. And this guy will not come clean. And what I was told was that he's a hermaphrodite. I'm not hermaphrodite. I don't care about his physical, uh, 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 what he is on the inside or what he is externally. That's not my problem. That's not my issue. I just want to know why they're chasing after me and why they're persecuting me and blocking me. Why they're coming in the middle of the night and doing what they're and violating these laws, housing laws. Housing authority knows better than that. So then why would housing authority allow these people to bypass them and to do what they're doing? I don't understand this. I feel like I'm dealing with the Ku Klux Klan. I don't feel like I'm
Right.
dealing with just the regular American person here. I feel like I'm dealing with the Klan, and she's submissive to them, and therefore they're using her hand to hit. So she's not
Yeah.
by herself. The Klan didn't want to put their hands on me, so they're using her because she was the authority in New York State when I was under her back in 1981 and 82 as a youth. But their authority terminated in 85. I became a ward of the court. Now what am I dealing with here?
I see.
The conversation that I'm having with you, when I've tried having it with when I tried having it with this with Seattle Senate, they closed the door and showed me they escorted me off of the property. The same thing with Olympia, um, all of the Olympia, Salem, and what's the other ones? Sacramento. Anytime I went to their state capital to talk to them about this case, they showed me the door. They're protecting MacArthur, and they're protecting the government officials that are giving MacArthur authority to do what he's doing. And I think they're doing it in a Klan spirit, not in the spirit of the Constitution. I mean, I don't understand how is it that the law of this country can't protect me from what these people are doing. It's like they've bypassed the immigration law, they bypassed the constitutional law, they bypassed the biblical law, they bypassed the Oregon Revised Standard Law, Washington Standard Law, and California Standard Law. I don't understand. How is it that the law that we all stand on? I mean, this is supposed to be a new country. We're no longer under the settlership. We're dealing with we're dealing with the law and the government. Why is it that we're not? I'm not getting anywhere here. Nobody is willing to help me stand. It's like it's almost like they're faking. The law is presented, but that's not who they are. Who they are is still the settlership, and they're not releasing me. Just because the law has said so. So this is the
Yeah.
underlining message behind everything that she's done and she's doing. And they're going to come back out again tonight. As soon as I put my head to the bed, it's a hit. I don't understand what is eating these people up. Something is eating them up. Do you understand what I'm saying? Something is eating them up, and whatever it is that's eating them up, which I think is slavery, and the fact that I didn't submit to this Gabriel woman or John MacArthur, this is what's eating them up, and they will not leave. I mean, the guy that I came into the country with, Jean Marie, he was pronounced dead by 87.
Oh, condolences.
What's that?
It was like condolences.
He was a Haitian Cuban, or he was a Haitian, but also mixed with Spanish. What I've said to the establishment is that Gabriel has an issue with the Spanish Haitian men, and she keeps judging them. And I think it goes all the way back to slavery. This is what I explained to them. I'm just not ranting and raving here. I'm regurgitating the history of the people that I come from. And one of the major issues is that they have they're Haitians in the middle of us of all Spanish. They've got the Colombians who just murdered their president in the south. They got the Cubans, which is in the north, which is myself and my father, and then they got the Santo Domingo in the back, and across is Mexico. So they're stuck in the middle. And so she has a resentment against the Spanish. And I'm a Haitian Cuban. I'm not 100%. I'm third generation, and she will not stop taking it out on me. Just the same way she took it out on Jean Marie, until they drove him back to Port-au-Prince, and I think they ended up making him sick with something, and he ended up dying.
Damn man, that's complicated.
Yeah, and it's long-winded because it's been going on for 43 years in the United States. And I can't go forward and I can't go backward. My mother's dead in my mother and father are dead down there. And I haven't been allowed to establish my own family up here.
Question. Have I don't know if this would be necessarily helpful or if it could be feasible with scheduling and finances and whatnot. But have you tried to talk to like Haitian authorities about this? Like
Yes,
maybe establish a pattern.
yes. I've called Washington, and I've tried talking to the Haitian embassy. When I tried contacting the Haitian embassy, they wouldn't return the call here. And furthermore,
Oh,
when I contacted the White House, they shut down the internet on this telephone. I could
really?
Yes, they're in on it with her. They're in on it
Oh
with
yeah.
her because of the representation. They're protecting her. Everybody protects her. And me, they just rain on my parade because I wouldn't submit to her. I don't know who she is. I don't know who this Guy Franklin was. When the state removed me, I was 13. Now I'm 53. That was 40 years ago. I don't owe these people any submission. I don't know who they are. I'm not going in their direction. 13 and 53 are two different, complete opposite directions.
Oh yeah. 100%. Trying to think of what I could recommend. Okay, question. Do you think it's an issue that some of the authorities, because the United States government, as much as it is one unit, it's also very divided, very separate. A lot of people disagree on stuff. A lot of people work against each other. It is not exactly uh, one united team at all times. Do you think that some people at least might not, I'm not saying this is okay, but they might not believe you? Um, have you ever tried to like get a camera and just like set it up in your room or your apartment and
No,
tape, what the crimes that happen to you,
no,
and then so you can present that to authorities?
no. It won't work because when they come in
No.
here, no. In times past, I couldn't even keep a radio. A radio. They would sabotage radio. They sabotage television. They sabotage telephone. They sabotaged everything. She had full authority when they knew who she was and who she was representing, and they full authority. They never those people. They Let me put it to you this way: the Justice Center, right outside of those doors are the two sets of staircases. When I was in the homeless community, I would come there at night to file reports because I was getting hit in the tent. Whether I was sleeping in the back bench or in the front here, or I'd fall asleep on one of those stairwells. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Either way, whether if I fell asleep in the back where the bench is, where the people come from the above floors when they're released by the sheriff, and as you're exiting on your left there is those benches. When I slept on those benches and I fell asleep, she would sexually assault me on the benches, and they would be watching her on camera. When I came to the desk or to the counter to say, hey, I was molested in the back by Gabriel, I was hit and I was pierced and my property was sabotaged or stolen, they acted as if they didn't see anything. Same thing in the lobby. When I was in the lobby and I was asleep on the stairwell, and or I blacked out on the stairwell, she would come out and it was the same thing. She would literally sexual assault, physical assault, property damage, or property stolen, and they would say, whoever was behind the counter would say, and those people don't work there anymore because we've been dealing with this for 12 years. So they would say, well, we didn't see anything. And so, as far as cameras concerned, there are multiple cameras here in the Portland area that have caught Gabriel coming in and out of my apartment or in and out of the building where I'm in. They don't confront her when they see her and they see how old she is. They turn around and they tell me I'm the one that's supposed to be submitting. I'm not in a relationship with this woman. There is no paperwork that indicates that there is marital relationship or there is a parental relationship, there's an adoption relationship. There is no relationship. This woman is a sex offender and a violator. She's a trespasser. You understand? She's a child molester. She molests children. Okay, she's a child molester. Whether or not I was awake when she did it, if I wake up and it's hard and it's been used and I'm in pain, then somebody did it. Who else? She's on an intercom. So I'm not in a relationship with this woman. They're trying to uh, force me to accept that as a way of life, and I won't because that's slavery to me. And
Fair
this is
enough.
what I'm saying. The police department has dropped the ball. No, they know where John MacArthur is. They know where Gabriel Franklin is, and they've given them the respect that they should have given me as the person who has been targeted by these people.
I don't know if this is in the cards. You ever try and hire a private detective if the conventional authorities are not helping?
Well, no
They might.
different than the CIA and the FBI. The Federal Bureau of Investigation didn't do anything. CIA didn't do anything. I even went as far as Supreme Court. I couldn't even get I couldn't get nothing. Nothing. Do you understand? Nothing. Zilch. I've been dealing with these people for 43 years. And when I was of age for them to give me some kind of respect, they gave me nothing. Instead, they send me to the sex store. That's
Okay.
their resolution. Their resolution is homosexuality, Hector. This is what these people are telling me. As an American and
Okay.
as a Christian man, you go to the sex store and have sex with a male. And we'll send you a male that looks like Gabriel wearing orange. We'll send you a male that looks like whoever from Grace Community Church or somebody from the homeless community or somebody from one of the churches. And the churches are involved and the churches have taken their position. All of the churches have taken their position.
I gotta put you on hold real quick. I'll be right back.
a man's enemies will be the members of his household. What was that? Matthew 10:36 says, a man's enemies will be the members of his household. It says, that's verse 36 of Matthew 10. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. It says, come to me all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. It's Matthew 11:28. It says in Matthew 10:30, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered. The very hairs of your head are all numbered. Earlier this morning, I was saying to them, and he said to them, all these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me. And Jesus said to him, begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only. Major issue. These people are serving the devil. Matthew 4. And he says, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. It's an ancient book, but unfortunately, the truth is still there. You know, these people have sold themselves to do evil, and will never stop doing the evil that they are doing, unless they are judged. You know, it begins on this level here. This is the evil that they're doing. You know, start little bit, little bit, little bit. I have a snake. This morning I woke up and there was a snake in the right above my head. Here's the bed, and right here underneath the bed, there's a you can hear it. When I go looking for it, you know, I didn't find it. I'm like, what in the world is this? This is 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. You can hear the animal at the bottom of the bed, and you know, and and so I'm sitting here at the desk, and it's either here on the left, behind the on the bookcase, or here on the right on the bookcase. Wherever you go, there it is. Evil, evil, evil. I think I'm going to have to hang up on Hector here. I've been waiting for a while. And anyway, I'll have to talk to him at a later time. Yeah, I hung up on Hector. I had to hang up because he doesn't have anything to say. He doesn't have much. But this is what I'm dealing with here. You can see it's just a continuation of everything that I endured in California, in Sacramento, everything that I endured in Washington State, Seattle, and Tacoma, and everything that I've endured here in Portland, downtown Portland. So they're still putting, you know, stool hardener in here. If it's not the hardener, it's the softener. So when you're eating cereal in the morning, you don't know if you're going soft or hard. Right? You come back to wear clothes. You don't know if the clothes is half. You know, it's like who you know, you got a hole here to deal with. So anyway, I wanted to bring you up to date with what was going on here. The last time I spoke to you guys was the last time I spoke to you guys was with the Christmas tree, and how it was being prepared for how the tree was being prepared for Christmas. I showed you this here. I'm supposed to get this as a delivery on Saturday. This right here from Sunshine Division. But this woman, she could go to Sunshine Division and order the same thing. But her mentality is stop the guy at the door, take something out of the bag or take something out of, do something to the food before they hand it to me. That's the kind of mentality that I'm dealing with in here is the offense, you know? Um, and I don't know how to put it into it because it's like this is ridiculous. This is an ongoing thing. Paul dealt with it, and then he moved on with. Of course, it ended up losing his head as a result of it. But I wanted to keep you up to date with this side of what's going on here. They will not stop sinning. Um, this is they will not stop sinning. This is the sin here. You know, this is the sin. So before sewing it back up, I wanted to make sure that you the church know that this is an ongoing thing. The community comes out all the time, and I have to be on my P's and Q's. My mind don't work the way their minds work, so I have to figure out, okay, what do I give them? Do I go to the store? Do I give them some gay pornography on the telephone? Do I what do I give to these people who's constantly, you know, you need to come out. It's either snake or sex, snake or sex, snake or sex. That's their position, and they're damaging what I wear and they're damaging what I eat, and they're bashing me on the back of the head and they're piercing here. You know, my pinky toe on the left foot is still is being they're removing the nail. So it's James says, "Consider it all joy, my brethren." I want to read this to you before I let you go here. James says, "This is this is what's in the house. I haven't run into it yet, and I don't want to run into it. But you need to know that this is in my Bible here. This is what I'm dealing with. When I'm not looking for it, it's right there. Now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. You know, oh, there you are, right there. This is what they have in the house. See, it's and I keep telling them this. This is what goes with it. Right? This is what goes with it. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing right here. I keep showing it to you. So James said, "Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials." You can't go around happy-go-lucky. Yay, I'm being persecuted. You know. Um, James says, "Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial, for once he has been approved, he will receive the crown of life which the Lord has promised to those who love him." Let no one say when he is tempted, I'm being tempted by God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, and he himself does not tempt anyone, but each one is tempted when he is carried away and enticed by his own lust. Um, and when lust has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and when sin is accomplished, it brings forth death. You know, um, in the beginning part of James 1, he said, "Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and let endurance have its perfect result, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Um, but if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all men generously and without reproach, and it will be given to him. Let him ask in faith without any stumbling or without any doubting, for the one who doubts is like the surf of the sea driven and tossed by the wind." So, James here is saying, "Consider it all joy." And I tell you the truth, when you are under someone's constant um, judgment, they're constantly hitting. That was the reason why the state of New York removed Gabriel. It was and Guy Franklin. It was because of their constant abuse, right? You call it hits, but it's called abuse. And here they come to the West Coast with their abuse, and now it's not just the belt, but it's the actual snake, and they're about this big. They're really small, and for me, um, the day I find them, it's this right here, right? The day I find them, it's this. If they come out on me, it's this right here. The small ones, the big ones, I'll walk out the building, or I'll walk out of the apartment. But you know, I don't want it anyway. But you need to be aware, that this is what's going on because I don't know how it catches up to you on your church establishments. People are angry with me. I heard something earlier today that the church is angry because I won't come and submit. If I'm coming, I'm submitting to God. It's not my decision to join the church. It's the Lord that says, whether or not I can join or cannot join. It's not that, years ago when I was with Grace Community Church, I had a lien on the property until they gave me a 4-page letter. Now today, I can't go into the church like I used to because the church has changed. The dark side of the church has come out, and the dark side of the church is the evil of reading into people's lives and judging people for whatever purpose or reason. Earlier tonight, I read them the immigration law that says that people are not allowed to be sex trafficked into the country. The constitutional law that says the 13th Amendment is abolished. I didn't read them the biblical law. Paul says that all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. To the Church of Rome and to Timothy, he says, flee youthful lust. So these people, it's not like they're not informed on God's position. They're informed on immigration. They're informed with the Constitution, the government, and they're also informed with the biblical law. But they run into community, and in the name of community, they with community there is no law and there's no boundary. Anything goes. Based on a slave understanding or a gay understanding, they can do whatever they want. This is what I was telling them earlier. And in the name of community, they give you snakes. In the name of community, they give you sex through contaminated men or women. In the name of community, they assume positions that are not right. In the name of community, this right here, this logo is fake. This right here, this is fake. In the name of community, this law, this 27 amendments, this 27 amendments law here is fake in the name of community. Community doesn't acknowledge these amendments here. The community doesn't acknowledge this as a house of authority. The community doesn't acknowledge this as an authority from God. In the name of community, if somebody comes to make a delivery, they in community mentality, clan community, gay community, slave community, whatever the community is that they're representing, they can stop whoever's doing this delivery, take whatever they want out of it, and then give you the lesser, and then also pick up their own bag. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if the person is here to deliver food for you and food for them, they will say, well, they'll use whatever the word is and say, hey, you know what? This guy, Duclairon, we have something against him. We want him to go. And this is all community talk. We want him to go, and we're representing, the higher uppers, and therefore don't give him the turkey. You know what I mean? They'll take the turkey out, and they'll take this. They'll leave the stuffing and everything else. I'm giving you a hypothetical example of what they're doing here, and it's exactly what they did out there. And within a matter of time, they'll figure out a way to just hand me the eviction notice or something because that's who they are. They don't let up, and they don't give people peace of mind. They never stop. This is the never ending story. These people make you sick from day to day, and it's just anyway. That's what's going on. So you keep me in your prayers, and I'll keep you in mine. Um, and I keep you up to date, not to harass, but I keep you up to date because of what's happening in your own communities, what is being communicated there. When I show up on a Sunday morning, you're well informed. Um, and I know you're well informed because you come out. And when you come out and you say the things you say and you do the thing you do, I'm thinking, okay, well, my position. My position has been this, and my position has been this, right? The law and the government, whether it's state or church. This is the relationship that I'm willing to have. And what I asked Hector was, there's no certificate, there's no marital relationship, there's nothing. So then what am I fighting this woman for? And as far as MacArthur's concerned, I'm no longer a sheep under his shepherding. So then why am I being persecuted by him? And I'm no longer a member of her household. So why is she doing here? You know. Anyway, keep this, keep what you have heard in mind, and if at all possible, keep it in your prayers. Father, I pray at this hour for the situation here and ask that it would be wrong of me not to come before you tonight, Lord. Ask you for forgiveness for my own sins in trying to resolve this issue or these issues with these people by myself. I ask that you would cause these Franklins and these MacArthurs to stop coming in here and stop judging me, since we are no longer in a relationship. I'm no longer in a relationship with Grace Community Church. So there's no reason for Grace Community Church members to be in the background. God, I pray also for this Gabriel woman that she would pick up her things and go back to her own family, since I'm no longer in a submissive relationship with her family as a member of the family or a slave of the family. I'm not exactly sure what she's telling people these days, but God, since there's no established relationship on paper with either one of them, I pray, God, that you would lead them back to their own lives and their own communities. As far as Central City concerned, I pray that you'd step in, because I don't need to go back out. I don't want to go back out there in the cold of winter, nor do I want to go back out there among the homeless, because I don't fit into the way they think, and they see the world, and they do the things that they do to survive. So God, I pray at this hour that you would help my situation and help the situation of others that are like my in similar situations, perhaps out of the Master Seminary and Grace Community Church. I don't know how many people have in the last 25 years have lost a relationship with the Master Seminary. I don't know how many people have lost a relationship with Grace Community Church as a result of the continuation of clergy malpractice. And so, God, I pray that you would put an end to um, any evil shepherding that may be coming out of Grace. I pray that for any evil um, conspiracy that's coming out of the Franklin family toward Haitian men, predominantly Haitian men that are mixed with the Spanish community. I pray, God, that you would be glorified. I hear something in the kitchen, so I got to keep my eyes open. Not sure what that was. I got to go see if it's a rat or a snake or something. And anyway, God, I pray these things in your name. Amen. Keep me in your prayers, church, and I'll keep you in mind. And happy holidays again.